Welcome back to another AFCON 2023 video. Today we're going to go through groups D through F and give some previews and some storylines and some insight. If you haven't watched it already, I encourage you to check out the video I did for groups A through C. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like, comment, share, and with that, let's get into the video. The first team in Group D is Algeria with a world rank at 30 and a two-time champion, winning as recently as 2019. In recent tournaments, they haven't been as successful, going out in the group stage in 4th place in 2021, and then in World Cup qualifying, losing to Cameroon in the final round. However, Algeria is going into the tournament on good form with 4 wins in their last 5, including World Cup qualifying wins against Somalia and Mozambique. Some key players for Algeria include Riyad Mahrez, the captain and star, Houssem Aouar, a midfielder at Roma, and Rayan Aït-Nouri, a left-back in the Premier League for Wolverhampton. The expectation for Algeria really should be to reach the finals. Angola is coming into the tournament drawing in 5 straight games and only scoring 1 goal in their last 7. With a world rank of 117 and coming into AFCON on shaky form, I think a good expectation is to reach the round of 16. Angola is strong defensively but struggles to generate goals. This is their return to the tournament as they failed to qualify for the 2021 AFCON. Some notable players for Angola include Zito Luvumbo, a forward for Cagliari in the Serie A, Benny Mukendi, a midfielder for Casa Pia in Portugal, and Gelson Dalla, a forward for Al Wakwa. Burkina Faso comes into the tournament ranked 57th in the world, with an impressive last AFCON finishing in the semi-final. Recent World Cup qualifying games, they have drew to Guinea-Bissau and defeated Ethiopia. Burkina Faso looks poised for another deep run at AFCON with an impressive roster, but I think the expectation should be around a quarterfinal. Some of the notable players for this Burkina Faso side include Dango Ouattara, a forward for Bournemouth in the Premier League, Issa Kabore, a defender for Luton Town, who's also won Young Player of the Tournament before, and Edmond Tapsoba, who's been having a great season at Bayer Leverkusen. Mauritania enters the tournament with a world rank of 105, which has been growing in recent years as they have made back-to-back tournaments for the first time in their nation's history. In 2021, they came in 4th place in the group stage, but this tournament they should look to get to the round of 16. I think it will be between Mauritania and Angola for that 3rd spot in the group. Mauritania has struggled in recent World Cup qualifying games, losing to DR Congo and drawing with South Sudan. Some notable players for Mauritania include Aboubakary Koita, a forward playing in Belgium, Oumar Gam, a midfielder that's only 19 years old, and Aboubakar Kamara, who sent Twitter on fire this morning when he was listed on the team sheet as AK-47. Aboubakar has also played for Fulham in the Premier League. So I'm late on the upload, so I'm just going to play the highlights from the Algeria versus Angola game over my predictions. In my original predictions, I had Algeria 2, Angola 0. In real life, they drew 1-1. I had Burkina Faso 2, Mauritania 1. Algeria 2, Burkina Faso 2. Angola 1, Mauritania 1. Algeria 3, Mauritania 1. Then the final game, Angola 1, Burkina Faso 1. So my final standings for this group predicted is Algeria 7 points, Burkina Faso 5, Angola 2, and Mauritania 1. Moving on to Group E, we start with Mali, who has a world rank of 51. I think the expectation will be very high for Mali. I think they have a very good team. They kind of fumbled last AFCON going out of the round of 16, but I think they can make it to the semifinal. Mali come into the tournament on good form, winners of 4 of their last 5, and in the last World Cup cycle, they only narrowly missed making the World Cup, losing to Tunisia in the final round. Some notable players for Mali include Siko Niakate, a center-back for Braga having a breakout season, Basuma, a strong midfielder from Tottenham Hotspur, and Boubacar Traoré, a midfielder for Wolverhampton. The next team in Group E is Namibia with a world rank of 115, making their return to AFCON after failing to qualify for the last edition. Their previous best result has been the group stage, so I think the AFCON expectation should be to make it to the round of 16. In recent World Cup qualifying, they have lost to Equatorial Guinea but defeated Sao Tome and Principe. Some notable players for Namibia include Ryan Nyambe, a defender at Derby County, Peter Shalule, a forward at Mamelodi Sundowns in South Africa, and Prince Chueza, a midfielder. South Africa is another returning team to AFCON that failed to qualify for the 2021 edition. South Africa is a one-time champion, winning back in the 1960s, but has struggled since. With a world rank of 66, I think a quarterfinal berth would be enough to satisfy the expectations of South Africa. Recent World Cup qualifying matches has seen mixed results, with a defeat to Rwanda, but a victory over Benin. When I was looking over the players, it was interesting that probably 90-95% of the team plays in the South African League. I think it's comparable to the U.S. with the MLS, where maybe it's a good thing to have players from South Africa play in the South African League, but they also, I think they need to expand out and have more players play in Europe if they want to see international success. But I don't know the intricacies of the situation, so that's just my outside perspective looking at the roster. South Africa has struggled heavily in recent years after hosting the 2010 World Cup. However, some notable players include Teboho Mokoena, a player for the Mamelodi Sundowns, Percy Tau, a forward for Al Ahly, and Jaden Adams, a midfielder for Stellenbosch. The final team in Group E is Tunisia, with an impressive world rank of 28 and a last AFCON result of reaching the quarterfinals. They're a one-time champion, and I think the expectation this tournament should be to make the quarterfinals again. At the last AFCON, they lost in the quarterfinals to Burkina Faso. Tunisia also has history with the group members of this group, defeating Mali in the final round of World Cup qualifying for the last World Cup. At the World Cup, they did not qualify for the knockouts, but they did have some success getting a draw with Denmark and a defeat over defending champions France. Some players to watch out for include Montassar Talbi, a defender for Lorient in France, Anis Ben Slimani, a midfielder for Sheffield United in the Premier League, and Youssef Massigny, the captain and forward, and a player for Al Arabi. My predictions for this group is that Tunisia will beat Namibia 3-1, Mali will beat South Africa 2-1, Mali will beat Tunisia 2-1, Namibia will beat South Africa 2-1, Tunisia will beat South Africa 2-0, and Mali will beat Namibia 2-1. This would see Mali finish their group in first place with 9 points, Tunisia in second with 6, South Africa in third with 3, and Namibia in fourth with 0. Moving on to the final group, Group F, which happens to probably be the most unique group of the tournament. 3 of the 4 teams in this group failed to qualify for the last AFCON, and 3 of 4 of the teams in this group have won the AFCON in the past. The first team in this group, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, have done both. With a world rank of 67, I think the AFCON expectation should be to reach the quarterfinal. In recent form, the DR Congo has had a mixed run of form, losing to Sudan but bouncing back with a victory against Mauritania. I think this is a team that has a good chance of pulling off some upsets at this year's edition, with key players such as Chancel Mbema, a defender and captain from Marseille, Simone Banza, a star forward at Braga in the Portuguese league, and Yohan Wissa, a winger from Brentford. The second team in Group F is Morocco. With a world rank of 13, they are currently the highest-ranked African nation. The expectation should be to become the champion as they reach the semifinals of the last World Cup, defeating teams like Portugal and Spain along the way. At the 2021 AFCON, they went out narrowly, losing to Egypt 2-1. Morocco also comes into the tournament on form with 4 wins in their last 5, including victories against Tanzania and Sierra Leone. Morocco also has a lot of star power, including players such as Youssef En-Nesyri, a forward for Sevilla, Sofiane Amrabat, a midfielder for Manchester United and formerly Fiorentina, and Achraf Hakimi, a fullback from Paris Saint-Germain. It is going to be an uphill battle for Tanzania as they are the lowest ranked team in this group with a rank of 121, and they are the only team in this group to never have won an AFCON. Tanzania has never made out of the group stage at the AFCON, so their expectation should be to get to the round of 16. In recent World Cup qualifying matches, they have faced tough opponents including Morocco and Egypt, but suffered consecutive losses to both. Some key players for Tanzania include Ali Samata, a forward playing in Greece, Novatus Maroshi, a defender playing for Shakhtar in the Ukrainian league, and Morris Abraham, a midfielder playing in Serbia. The final team in Group F and this video is Zambia with a world rank of 84. Zambia shocked the world in 2012, winning the AFCON for the first time, but has fallen on tough form in recent years, failing to qualify for the 2021 AFCON. Zambia has also struggled leading up to AFCON, winning just 2 of their last 5 games. However, with a decent roster, their expectation should be to finish around the quarterfinal. Zambia should be a dark horse team in this tournament that I think they can make some upsets, especially in this group. Some of the key players for Zambia include star forward Pat Tindaka, currently playing at Leicester City, Miguel Chaiwa, a defender playing in Switzerland, and Lemek Banda, a forward playing at Lecce in the Serie A. My prediction for Group F is that the DRC and Zambia will draw 2-2. Morocco will beat Tanzania 4-0. Morocco will beat DRC 3-1. Zambia will beat Tanzania 2-1. DRC will beat Tanzania 2-0. And Morocco will beat Zambia 3-1. For the final standings, I have Morocco going through first on 9 points, DRC going in second on 4 points, Zambia finishing third on 4 points, and Tanzania finishing fourth on 0 points. If you enjoyed this video or this style of content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.